morning, everyone. I'm Tom Scharstein, and I want to welcome you to StutterFest. This, this right here is our day. Now I'm going to take my time and I invite you to do the same. You don't need to speak faster than your thoughts today. You don't need to be fluent. You just need to show up as you. Because StutterFest is about finding what works for you and creating your own self therapy. It's not about smoothing things over. It's not about waiting for the day to become fluent. It's about owning it. This festival was built on one simple truth. Stuttering is not the problem. Shame is, silence is, isolation is. And one antidote is community. Look around you. Whether you're sitting in a room full of stutterers or on the other side of the world by yourself, you are not alone. This is our global living room. And in this living room, stuttering is welcome. In fact, our community is celebrated. Now, I've stuttered for about 60 years. And for most of those years, I thought I had to hide it, avoid it, beat it. But one day I stopped running from my stutter. And that's the day I started living with it. That's why we're here, to make our fears smaller and to make ourselves bigger. Let me tell you something. I've run businesses, led teams, spoken on stages across the world, and I still stutter every day, ordering coffee, meeting new people. But I've also learned something. People follow your lead. If you're okay with your stutter, they usually are too. If you believe your voice matters, so will they. That's why StutterFest exists, to remind each other what we already know in our guts. Stuttering works. Let me say that again. Stuttering works. Not because it's easy, not because it's fun all the time, but because it's real. And in a world full of noise and performance, real is powerful. Now, over the next 24 hours, you're going to hear from people of all ages, from all over the world who stutter. Some will be loud, some will whisper, some will pause for what seems forever. Let them, let yourself breathe, take up space, laugh, cry, share. And please do not sit on the sidelines. Say hello in the chat. Ask the question. Unmute yourself. Stumble through your story. This isn't about waiting your turn. This is about taking your turn. You belong here, just as you are. Not after you get therapy, not after you master techniques, not after you get better. You are not broken. You are not less. You're a stutterer, and that is enough. Now, before we kick off StutterFest, I want to leave you with a question. What would your life look like if you stopped apologizing for your stutter? What doors would open? What would you become? Because that's the version of you we're here to celebrate today. Let's take let's take the next 24 hours and live like that person. So welcome. Welcome to StutterFest. Welcome home. We're glad that you're here today. So our first speaker today will be one of our WSN board members. And I don't see her here yet. So until she gets here, would anyone like to share or to express what they feel today while we're waiting for our next speaker?
Well, I feel excited to be honest and I feel very excited. I feel excited and grateful to be here. And I'm what? I'm just that. I'm as I never been because I will present something. And I run all my life from presenting. I don't know how to make a PowerPoint or something like that because it was not my business, right? And so I'm excited and not anxious, but in a positive way. And I want to hear the other people to see too uh, what's going on in the world and to know what's going on in the world, in the stuttering world, in 24 hours. I think it's a great opportunity. So for that, thank you very much.
Thank you, Pedro. So I have to give a special shout out to a good friend of mine who contacts me on a daily basis, wishes that I have a happy day, checks in on me. My friend Alex Lee. And it is so wonderful to see your smile, my friend. He's halfway around the world, yet he's part of my life because we both stutter. And that's what makes the world stuttering community so special because we have this bond and we know all these incredible people from around the world. Sometimes stuttering keeps us in a box and it keeps our personality, our true personality, our authentic personality, keeps it hidden from the view and perceptions of others. And at stuttering support events like this, where we feel comfortable just being ourselves, being our authentic self. And I think that's the power of the stuttering support community and events like StutterFest is we get to be us. So Alex, so good to see you today. And thank you for always brightening up my day. I really appreciate that. And the real treasure to the world stuttering community comes from New Zealand. Phyllis Edwards. Phyllis, it is so great to have you with us today.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, I was so pleased to see you on the schedule today, and I look forward to listening to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll see if our next speaker is here yet. Okay, she'll be showing up, I'm sure, any minute now. And I look at the names, and then I know that we truly have a good cross section of the world stuttering community. People from around the world, people from Japan, from Sweden, New Zealand, Taiwan, Portugal. Marvin's coming to us from Tacoma, Washington, near Seattle. And Marvin's been he's the technical person for StutterFest. He's the glue that holds it all together, and he records everyone's presentations and uploads them to YouTube. So without him, StutterFest wouldn't be what it is today. So he makes it the entire 24 hours also. When we first started talking about it, people were like, "Well, why do it 24 hours? That's crazy." And we thought, well, so that no matter where you are in the world, no matter what time zone you're in, there's a time that works for you if you want to come to Stutterfest. And that's why we do it 24 hours. Marv and I usually start about 3:30 a.m., which with Marvin's time, that is 12:30 a.m., just after midnight. And we'll make it for the next 24 hours. And it'll be 4 o'clock Sunday morning for me, and it'll be 1 o'clock Sunday morning for Marvin. So, and it is the energy that we feel from other people who stutter. That's what keeps us going. That and several fresh cups of coffee throughout the day. You got to get caffeinated. All right. So, um, maybe perhaps Kayla's having some Wi-Fi difficulties. She's a mountain climber, so I'm not sure what part of the world that she's in right now. So, she has a goal that she's not gonna that she will get to surprise us with during her presentation. I'm not gonna spoil it. And when she first told me, I was like, "That is the most amazing thing that I've ever heard." So yeah, it's gonna be an exciting presentation. Very exciting. Now I could talk about stuttering all day long, and I could brag about how incredible our world stuttering community is also, all day long. So if anyone has anything to share, please, I'm trying to monitor the, raised hands. I'm not much of a technical person. I'm a face-to-face person. That's the kind of business I'm in. So if I miss someone's hand, please, please let me know. Yeah. Yeah, so the crazy thing is pre-COVID, okay, and pre the lockdowns. So this thing called Zoom came out, and it was allowing virtual meetings. And I think I've got to dust off the cobwebs a little bit, Pedro. I have to I've got this old man memory now, so I'm trying to remember. And it was would have been back in 2015, 2016. And so we thought, well, what an incredible way for people in the National Stuttering Association that can't get to a chapter meeting, how about we try these virtual meetings? So the person living 3 hours from their closest chapter, they're they can attend through this thing called Zoom. So we tried it, and we tried it, and I think Marvin and I had virtual meetings for an entire year, and I think maybe one person showed up, and and then the lockdown came, and now all of a sudden, our jobs depended on our ability to to communicate through Zoom, and when we had virtual meetings, it became part of life. And it just opened up the world stuttering community because now, we're, we have to use Zoom. So we're a little bit more comfortable with it. And we began exploring ways that, that we could connect through Zoom. And during that lockdown, wasn't it horrible? I got so tired of Netflix series and all this other stuff, and there wasn't anything going on, and thank God for Zoom and our virtual meetings that we started having, where we could, have human interaction. We could talk to some other people. So my part of the world, everybody had masks on, and you would go out in public and you couldn't even see smiles, it was crazy. But yeah, it really helped us. It opened up our world.